Well, good morning. Monday, I am out at the trailer, you can see. And my video was pretty choppy, so hopefully yours was okay. Wow. I don't know if you guys realize, but November is this week. This Friday is November. Something I forgot to say yesterday, we forgot to announce it, so we're going to have to post it, make sure everybody remembers. Hopefully you will. Is that this coming Sunday is Time Change Sunday. So if you thought it got dark early last night, just wait until this coming week. So we noticed last night it was, gosh, it was getting dark around 6:30. It'll be 5:30 the new time. So man. So good morning, Kim. Good morning, Jenny. Um, gosh, today is what, the 28th. Halloween is Thursday. November is Friday. And things are coming at us fast. Don't know if you guys saw on Facebook post, but we found out that our grandbaby is going to be a boy. So we're going to have a little grandson. March the 11th is the due date. So who knows exactly when that's going to happen. So we're super excited. I'm sure Cynthia's going to run out today and start buying stuff for that little boy. Going to be one of the most spoiled little kids, I think, on the planet. Gosh, what else happening going on? So November, the next big thing is our Thanksgiving baskets. We're also doing Operation Christmas Child. Oh, good morning, Jim. Thank you. And I woke up with crud in my throat this morning. Allergies, you got to love them. So Thanksgiving baskets, Operation Christmas Child, Thanksgiving, obviously. And then, man, we were looking at the calendar coming up. It's the way that we are involved in the community, or the way that we get involved in the community, as the church has changed a little bit. The chamber used to organize stuff, so that's not the case anymore. It's I'm not quite sure. I think it's the Cloudcroft Fund Committee. I think they're working in conjunction with the village. But anyhow, so we found out the Christmas tree lighting, which is usually on Saturday. It used to be the first Saturday in December, is now going to be the last Friday in November. So that Black Friday right after Thanksgiving is the Christmas tree lighting. And Santa Lan, I think, is the next day. I haven't really heard about the Santa Lan yet. So, man, crazy. Trying to get ready. We're going to be planning and try to get information out to you guys, so you know what's happening, going on, know how to jump in to help. And hopefully this year, I think they're going to do the Christmas parade, maybe the second Saturday. Let's see if I get this right. No, it might be the first Saturday in December. So hopefully we'll be able to jump in, get involved with that. In the meantime, we're going to be decorating the church for Christmas. I forget when all that's going to start. Boy, we need to get all the information together and one place so you guys can look and see. That'll be my project for later today, maybe. What else? So what's happening and going on with you guys? Big plans. I know Kim and Paul are gonna be gone for a couple of weeks. I say a couple of weeks, a little bit over a week in November. Cynthia and I are going to be gone for a little bit, celebrate our anniversary. Because why not? We'll do all that right around at the same time. I was looking at the forecast, and it seems to change a little bit. Let me go back to I don't know if you guys have your phone set up this way. My phone is set up so that when I travel, it gives me the current forecast of where I happen to be at the time. So that looks a little different. So I'm looking today, the high is 65. Tomorrow, the high is 59. Wednesday, the high is 43. And then looking a little bit ahead, I don't know if you guys have looked. Sunday night into Monday, a chance of precipitation with a low of 29. So you know what that might be. So we probably won't get our first snow before Halloween this year, but it doesn't look like it's going to wait very long afterwards. So yep, they're saying, well, because it's going to be on the edge, they're not giving a precipitation amount, but could get some frozen stuff coming up next week. It could happen. That's my gentle reminder from God to hurry up and finish getting ready for winter. So, what about you guys? Anything you have to do to get ready for winter? Chime in. I've got to get wood. Winterize the trailer. That's going to be a sad day. What else? What do you guys have to do? We actually have some friends coming in for Thanksgiving, so we've got to get ready for some stuff for that. Get ready for them. It's going to be crazy. Any of you guys feel like the year's almost over already? Oh, the chimney clean. Ooh, yeah, I didn't think about that. We need to do that too. Get the fireplace ready. Or, well, we have a wood burning stove, but get that ready. Chimney clean, wood, the yard done. Yeah. So sometimes, I don't know, this year has flown by. It feels like for me. So it's going to be crazy. And then to think next year, we'll be doing all this and have that little baby. He'll be about 9 months old when Christmas comes around. So the I said I was going to write the questions down, but I always forget to do that. So drain the external. Oh, do you do that? I'm guessing you're talking about your tank out back. Yeah, I probably ought to start making a list of stuff for me to do, so that I can start checking them off the list and know what's next. And I think, yeah, I winterized the trailer last year, but I have to do all that. Yep. Wow. I need to this sounds weird, but get our back deck ready for winter. So probably put up all my furniture cushions and move stuff around in there, so if it snows, I don't have to get snow off of a bunch of stuff. I don't know if you guys do this. Do y'all grill year round? We do. It's easier. We've got that covered deck. Oh man, you're a smart dude. Change heater filters. Yeah. Man. And excuse me, they say that when you do time change, it's a good time to do all stuff that you don't need to do really often, but periodically. So with time change, it might be a good time to check your smoke detector batteries, change filters. Probably you should change those more than twice a year, but I guess maybe not heaters, once a year. Change all those. So we gain an hour this week. It won't feel like it, because it just messes with me. You would think if you gained an hour, you'd get all this extra rest, but I feel like I have jet lag for about 2 weeks after we change the time. Let me ask you this. This happened to me before when I was a youth minister south of Fort Worth. It was an hour drive, and Oh, Beverly has a list. Yeah, see, that's smart. I should make a list and keep it. I do all that now on my phone. Oh, that's weird. Look at that. Can y'all see the? Because you can't see that little blinking red light on here. Look at that. Never knew that about my phone. But I keep a list on my phone, that or my lists that I keep on my phone because I usually have my phone with me. And if you're a Mac person, it's on not only on my phone, but it's on my iPad and my laptop. So that's pretty cool. Forgot where I was going. I got so freaked out about the weird little blinky light on my phone. Check that out. I wonder what that means. Uh, so uh, keep a list of stuff that you do. Someone needs to tell the dog. Yeah, that may be part of it too. So hours for but we get up early anyhow, and you guys probably do too. But hours, um, just get up when we get up. Uh, Me adjusting to the time change is what's hard. I don't know if you guys are in this boat, but for me, I seldom sleep like all the way through the night without waking up. So I just wake up and look at the clock, see what time it is, and then go back to sleep. Um, so normally I'm waiting for the time to get up, um, but yeah, let the animals know. It's going to be weird. At least it'll be lighter earlier in the morning. It's staying darker longer. But man, what kills me is when we get close to Christmas and it's dark at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I have to try to stay awake until it's time to go to bed. That's the killer for me. Oh, I know where I was going. We lived an hour away south of Granbury. I was youth minister. We got there one Sunday morning and at normal time, and usually there were lots of people there by the time we got there, and nobody there. So we waited and waited and waited, and finally one of the deacons showed up to turn the heaters on, and we said, "So where is everybody?" And he goes, "Oh, did you set your clocks back an hour?" So we've only done that once. Um, uh, I've seen it happen with other church members over the years, but that is not as common uh, as people showing up an hour early. That's not as common as people missing the spring ahead time change and missing church, Sunday school, all those things. And I get it, because if you wake up late, you've already missed it. If you wake up an hour early, you just drink some more coffee is what you do. So the message yesterday was patience. And I said it yesterday, and I love doing series, but when I get to the end of a series, it's always kind of a bittersweet time. Probably everybody was ready to get to the end of Luke. I kind of wasn't. It was fun doing Luke. But this next week will be the last message in James. But patience, that it's not like you think. It's not like um, when James is talking about patience, it's not like you have to wait. For example, I don't know if you guys do this. I remember when I was a kid, my sister and I would sit around the Christmas tree, and man, we just couldn't wait to open the presents. In fact, we would sit there and try to guess what the presents were. And it was almost like a nightly thing with us. I've told you guys before. Um, we had that silver tinsel tree with the color wheel, and so we would sit there and be mesmerized by it for hours. But um, we couldn't wait. You know, it was hard for us to wait to open the presents. Um, I was generally a good kid. I never tried to open part of it and peek. We would get them and shake them and try to guess. But so when James is talking about patience, that's not what he's talking about. It's not like when someone says, "Oh, I have a surprise for you," or "I already bought your Christmas present," and then it drives us nuts waiting. Or I don't know if you guys do this. I don't do this. I'm okay with like waiting to find out stuff. But do you guys, any of you guys check the end of a book before you get there when you're reading it? Let me know. Do you guys like look to the end of the book to see how something's going to turn out? Let me know while I get my extra cup of coffee here. You skip ahead. I've known people that said that they do that. So tell me, do you guys skip ahead in the book? I won't judge you. I never. Yeah, I don't. And Jim, you and I read a lot of the same kind of stuff, although I'm a little bit behind on the Jack Reacher series. I think you said you've read them all. Someone told me that another one just came out. I saw that notification. So I don't. I don't even like it. So if I'm watching a series with somebody on TV and they're ahead one, I'll just say, you go ahead and watch it. I won't watch it. I'll come back and catch up because I want to wait. I want everything to kind of fill in when I go. For some people, and I did the kind of mean little joke. How do you keep an Aggie in suspense? I'll tell you later, kind of thing. But when James is talking about patience, he's not talking about just that you have to know something. I want to find out. I want to know. We did the gender reveal yesterday for Chris and Hillary, and I mean, I want to know. I wasn't like in a big hurry. It's not going to change. For Cynthia, she wants to go shopping for the kids, so she wanted to know. But when James is talking about patience, I mentioned this yesterday. The word that he uses really means long suffering. So it's to suffer long. If we want to kind of put that more in our vernacular, what it means is to hang in there, that don't give up, to persevere, maybe a better way to kind of say it in our language, but to hang in there, to not give up. And remember, he's writing to people who are suffering. He's writing to people who are actually scattered because of the persecution that they were going under. And James just finished in the chapter before, taking a look at people who and this bugs us probably all, people who prosper or it looks like they're prospering when they're doing the wrong thing. So when the wicked prosper and we don't see them getting what we think they deserve for that, that's hard for us. And so this is James, and the brother of Jesus, and he's writing to these people, and he's saying, hang in there in your suffering. Don't give up in your suffering. And he mentioned it in the passage that we did last week, and he mentioned it again this week. And I love the reason that he gives for it. He says, I'll read this for you. This is James chapter 5, verse 7. Be patient, therefore, brothers, until the coming of the Lord. That's what's gonna end pain and suffering in this world when Jesus comes back. And he says that a couple of times. He says a little bit. It's verse, I think that's verse 8. Yeah, verse 8. You also be patient. He's saying, just like the farmer who plants and he has to wait for the early rains and then the late rains and then obviously the harvest. He said, you also be patient. So I just want to just encourage you guys as we head into the week. Jim, you and I can flesh this out a little bit more because he gives 3 commands. But just just remember uh, it's not always going to be this way. When you're going through really difficult things, it's not always going to be this way. Um, uh, in this world, you'll have trouble, Jesus said. Paul reiterates it. We see it again, with Peter, that that we live in a broken, messed up world, and we suffer for it. It's not always going to be that way. Uh, we're not always going to suffer, and no matter what it is, our pain and suffering. Jim, you and I talk a whole lot about wake up and what new pain do we have today. But not just that, just the pain and suffering that we do in life with relationships, with our physical stuff, with losing people, with just all the hurts that happen in the world. It's not always going to be that way, and that's what James is encouraging them to hold on, to be patient until the coming of the Lord. Just know that one day everything is going to be set right. So the people where it looks like the wicked prospered, and where the righteous suffered, just know it's not always going to be that way. Jesus is going to come, and he's going to set that straight. And I love, if you want to skip to the end of the book, to Revelation, that there will be a day where there's no more pain, there's no more suffering, there's no sorrow, there's no tears, where death will be no more. Paul talks about in 1 Corinthians. So I just want to encourage you with the words of James. We'll flesh this out as we go through the week, but be patient until the coming of the Lord. To hang in there, to hold on until the coming of the Lord. And then Wednesday, Jim, you and I can talk about some things that we can do for that. James gives us some practical advice. How do we hang in there? What are some things we can do? So let me pray for you guys, send you out into your Monday, and enjoy the nice brisk weather we're going to have coming up. 29, that's a little chilly. It's heading this way. So let me pray for you. Lord, thank you for your love. Thank you for not just that you love us, but you always show your love for us. God, and I pray that as we go through this week in this world that's messed up and broken, God, that you would just encourage our hearts. God, I pray that we would begin to live like people who are expecting Jesus to return anytime. And God, I pray that through that you would not only receive honor and glory, but God, that you would use that to draw people to faith in Jesus, because it's in his name we pray. Amen. Thanks for hopping in, guys. Good to see you in there. And we'll see you again on Monday, if I can remember how to push the buttons on this one.